Yo, this is VERN Bang, recipe slanging, mukbanging it out. Not a pro or a hoe. We gonna be banging it out in this episode. Chisel and nizzle. Wigtastic, it's magic. Spilling the tea on some of them episodes. It's your boy VERN Bang, and that's why cooking from my soul is the way I go on this multiple mukbang channel. We'll be back for more episodes. This is VERN Bang. So today we're doing a great recipe today. This is a nice little intro teaser. So we're cooking pork neck bone spaghetti. Yes, we're using our pork neck bones. Here in Texas, we don't get the really big ones. We get the smaller ones. Even the heads are smaller. So if you're familiar with the neck bones, I got about 3 pounds for about $4. So they're very inexpensive. They got lots of meat on them. Continue to watch this video and you're going to see how beautiful this dish is. Hopefully you fall in love with it as much as I have over the years. So anyways. Let's see. Get that teaser. Get that beautiful, beautiful teaser. Let me get behind the camera. Let's adjust the camera a little bit. Oh, let's get that teaser. Oh yeah, baby. Look at that cheese. So anyways, y'all, let's get that amazing cheese pull. I'm doing this, filming this blind, so hopefully it comes out and I don't have to do a retake. Blah, 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 blah. Anywho. Oh. So yeah. And don't worry, I'm going to do a mukbang on this still. This is just my little intro teaser. Keep watching, baby. Keep watching this video. You will not be disappointed, honey. I know I haven't been in the videos that much, and I've been out kind of working and doing some stuff, but anyways, that's neither here nor there. I got a whole bunch of stuff pumping and going, and I hope you enjoy this recipe. Cheers, y'all. Oh my gosh. Guys, so yummy. I'm going to eat several plates of this tonight. Plus, I still got to shoot a mukbang, so that's how we do that. We got a snack now. We got to shoot that mukbang. Oh. Anyways, this is VERN Bang. I think I teased y'all enough. Stay tuned. Hope you enjoy this recipe. Peace, love. Hey y'all, this is VERN Bang. How's it going, y'all? This is VERN Bang, and we're back with another recipe. Oh, maybe y'all can see me. Anyways, shooting at a different angle. I'm using my 4K camera. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. So I'm having a good day, and we're going to do this recipe. So we're going to start with some onions. And the recipe we're doing today is we doing neck bone, pork neck bone spaghetti, baby. Yeah, she said pork neck bone spaghetti. They've been making this recipe. It's like the 1870 in Italy, so I'm not going exactly by the recipe. I'm doing my thing. You know how VERN Bang likes to kick it up, so we're just going to go simple. We're doing a traditional recipe. We're not going to get too jiggy with it, but we're going to slice some onions up. So I'm going to get these onions sliced up, and we're just slicing them up just in a dice. Because these are going to cook for a long time. This recipe will cook for a while. And then the meat will fall off. And what meat doesn't fall off, we'll pick off. So we got that going. And then I got these olives. These are the Guatemala olives. I'm out of olive oil right now, but these olives have beautiful pull of olive oil on top. So let me turn the fire down. I really just want the oil in there. And we're going to put olives in the spaghetti recipe as well. So anyways, we're going to start with that. A little of the juice ain't going to hurt. It's got the olive oil. It's going to render down. But the main thing is I'm chopping up these onions over here, and then we'll focus back on the pan. I just wanted to get that heated up. So I can throw something in the pan because I'm going to throw these onions in there as I chop them. Hopefully y'all having a blessed day today. We're having a great Friday. And I hope you enjoy this recipe. Yes, and I'm working by doing this step by step, so you're going to get the whole recipe. I'm going to take my time, slow down a little bit. When I get cooking, I want to get it done. But since this is a slow and low recipe, and there's really not that many steps, it's just the beginning part, really the steps, and then you're going to pull the meat out and pick it. That way, you're going to put the rest of the meat back in the spaghetti, and then I'm going to add a few more, probably another can of tomato sauce or spaghetti sauce, and some other stuff. So, like I said, we're going to twist it up, but we're not going to twist it up too terribly bad. And it should be delicious. See, I went to the ugly carrot store, got me an ugly carrot. Look at that. It's a big carrot, though. Yeah. Look at that slice. One carrot slice. Almost as big as my hand. Probably only use a little bit and give the rest to the rabbit. Because the rabbit loves carrots. And I'm adding the carrot. The carrot adds a nice sweetness to when you make spaghetti. If you got celery, add your celery. If you got bell peppers, most people do bell peppers. But like on a recipe like this, since this meat is going to cook a long time, and then you're going to have to pull it off the bone, like a lot of your, like all these onions will cook down, and these carrots will cook down super tender. And so, like, you don't want to put all your main veggies. You want to save some veggies to put in later on when your sauce is almost done. You know what I mean? Because after this cooks for 4 or 5 hours, and that meat gets tender, and that spaghetti sauce gets flavored with them pork bones and that pork marrow, and that goodness coming off that pork. So, yep. Okay, let me refocus it back down to the port. Alrighty. I think y'all can see pretty good. So let me get a spoon. So yeah, you can still see me. Alrighty, y'all. Alright, so then we got that. And so we're gonna let this cook down. I'm gonna turn this back up now. See if we can get any more of this olive oil off. I know olive oil likes to pool. A lot of times I'll get a, yeah, I think it's kind of mixed in there. I'll throw a few olives in there to cook with it. These are Guatemala olives, like I said. They're very lish. Alright. That going. We're going to go ahead and add some salt-free Mrs. Dash. The table blend. And you'll have to keep tasting it after the pork cooks for probably an hour and it doesn't look red anymore. Then you can probably start tasting it and then adjust your seasoning. We're going to use the Cavender's Greek seasoning. My favorite. This is my go-to spice. I always use it. And it says it has black pepper, cornstarch, garlic, monosodium glutamate, oregano, flavor-based seasoning, sugar, onion powder, parsley, and 5 other spices. So, yes, this is a good spice. I like it. If you're going low sodium, this is what I use in my house for low sodium because I gotta have some salt in my food because I just don't roll like that. We gotta get the flavor of that food. And I'm gonna go ahead and season my meat as well. So we're gonna season this pork meat. And this is frozen. I just kind of defrosted it a little bit. It's all frozen together still, so I kind of, like I said, defrosted it a little bit. Usually when I put that seasoning on there, it'll start with ice in it. But yeah. And you can use whatever seasoning that you like, whatever you normally use in your household that you love. This is just what I'm using right now. So yeah. So basically we got this cooking down. And this is going to cook down, like I said, a long time. So I'm not sitting here looking for it to be seared down and all that. This is more like an easy, you know, meal when you got a day off for cook time. As far as cook time, or you got a pressure cooker. And a pressure cooker, this probably wouldn't take that long because you'll pressure cook these bones off real quick in that sauce, and then you'll pull the bones out, pull the meat off that's left, and then. So, anyways, and so we got our tomato sauce. And I'm using this one. You can use any ones you want. Yep, this is the one we're using. It's a low sodium one because I like to control my salt and my food. And like the only salt that I've used is in the Greek seasoning. And then we're using the salt-free Mrs. Dash. So using low sodium products is how you control the sodium in your food. So good little tip. I'm going to rinse these cans out. Yep, so we're going to rinse these cans out because we're going to need a little water in here as well. So, got them rinsed out. We're putting that water. Alright. And like I said, I'm going to add some more sauce later. We're going to add some other stuff to it. So, this is the beginning of the recipe. So, I got this on number 5. I'll probably turn it down to 4 when it comes up to a boil. But, you know, you want it boiling, but you don't want it to where you're going to burn something, you know. You don't want to burn the sauce or burn anything. So, we're going to go let this, like I said, come up. And you can go ahead and zhuzh it around. Kind of incorporate. Kind of leaving the veggies on the bottom. That way it holds that meat up. But you can kind of, that's why I'm using this spoon with the holes in it. That way you can kind of just, boom. So we've been cooking this for about 2.5 hours. Now it said it can take up to 2.5 hours or more depending on how many pork bones you got. These were smaller pork bones, so I don't think they took that long. And also another thing is you want to take them out. You want the meat to fall off the bone, but you don't want the bones to start breaking down, and you know, it'll break down a little bit in there. You see like the pooling here, right here, where it's got oil. Those are from the bones, you know, and the gristle of the bones. That's what puts that flavor in there. So, we're gonna use our spatula spoon, and we're gonna go ahead, and I'm gonna cut this off for now, because I gotta let these bones cool before I can pick them. So we're gonna take these bones out, and you can see, I'll try not to steam the camera up, but maybe impossible on this one, but maybe we can do it there. Oh, you can see how delicious that is. I mean, just falling off the bone. And the other thing is you got to stir it every once in a while, because you don't want the bones to stick on the bottom. And I definitely want to put my carrots back in there, so you can leave the carrots in there, throw them. I love the carrots. I think they add a nice sweetness to your spaghetti. It's probably not something they do a lot here in America, putting carrots in spaghetti, but I love it. Yeah, look at that. Put all that sauce on there. So we'll probably add another can of sauce. Definitely thicken this up. But yeah, look at that. Luscious, luscious. Like, oh, it's so good. Look at that. Beautiful, huh? Alright. And like I said, I got about 3 pounds of neck bones. And they were, like I said, they weren't like the big old hog neck bones. They were just like stores around here where I live in Round Rock. They usually have pretty like younger, tender meat. Even the heads and stuff that you can get here, you can buy pig heads and stuff. They're from a younger animal. But yeah, you can see where some of the meat has broken off. Bring that up there. See some of the meat falling off already. So we just leaving that in there. Or we're going to turn it off, because when it comes to this point, because you got all your flavor in your sauce, so now you got your base, basically. And if you need more sauce, you add more sauce. A lot of the recipes I've seen out there, they put, you know, several cans of sauce, 2 quarts of water, but I kind of do the opposite, because I know it's harder to take a lot of water out, but it's easier to put enough water in and take that out that you need. And you can always, like I said, add more sauce. So anyways, this is looking good. I'll put the lid back on this, and let me get you. Let's see. Let's cool down enough where you can see better. But yeah, let's see these neck bones. These neck bones got these have a lot of meat on them. Mm. Mm. And yes, I had to taste the quality of the meat, but basically, that's what we got for our poundage of work. So anyways, this has been cooling down for about an hour, and I gotta wash my hands. Alright. Let's see, we may not need a fork. This should be pretty tender. So I'm gonna pull it over here to pick it. You do have little bones, so you just want to be careful to get all these little bones. But yeah, you can kind of see. So that's pretty much all meat. You just gotta tear it apart and make sure there ain't cartilage, like big pieces of cartilage. And stuff. Like another thing on these, they'll have like little bone fragments and little pieces of cartilage, so anyways, yeah. But yeah, now we're just gonna throw the meat back there. Once I get all the little bits I want out. That's why I'm kind of all doing it. I think you can kind of see me off to the side a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, you can kind of see me. So yeah, we got another handful ready. That's gonna go in there. And it's quite a bit of meat, like I said, for like these are cheaper. These are like, I'm gonna say like $3, between $3 and $4 you're gonna spend. And especially when it's on like a rib bone like that. See how that's like that rib bone? See, all that's meat. Then you got the rib bone. You got all meat. And then this cartilage piece on the back. So we're gonna add all that in there. Get all that off. And then I'm gonna take, and most people would take, but like that back part of the skin that you normally tear off the ribs when you cook ribs. Yeah, that kind of piece we're gonna take off. So yeah, just kind of going through this, taking my time, that way I don't get any bones in there. I mean, there may be little bone fragments in there already, but for the most part, these stay together pretty good. And little fat pieces, that's alright, depending on what kind of fat. And some of them have like a weird, I don't know, probably cartilage. Yeah, it's like a weird cartilage thing. It's like all cartilage. So I'm just taking the meat off that. This has been a fun recipe to do. Love it. It's a very flavorful recipe to do. Yeah, like this weird piece. Like probably a vein from the neck area. Yeah. Then meat. And like I said, I'm definitely putting my carrots back in there and my onions. So and I probably have some like stringy, veiny stuff in there. We're gonna go ahead and chunk as well. Yeah, this recipe would be fun to mix up with different kind of cuts of meat. Like I like beef liver. I think beef liver will work, but it's all about that flavor of that pork neck bone. Like I said, they've been doing this recipe in Italy since the 1870s, so you know it's a tried and true recipe. Let's put it that way. It's been around that long. That piece don't weird me out, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be real good. I'm just using my hands, like when there's these little bones, kind of towards the end. I'll show you on this other piece what I'm talking about. There's like these bones, but there's also some little bones, like right here. That little bone was hidden in the meat, so it's easy to use your hands to do like I'm doing. That way you can feel the bones and get them out. Yes, y'all. Look at that. Meat, baby. Meat. Nothing but meat. And then see, look. That one little tiny bone. One little tiny bone. So, yeah. So it's good to use your hands to do this, and that's why this has to be cold or at room temp, cooled off. But yes, you do not want to burn yourself. That's for sure. Yeah, and you got these big rib pieces. Oh, meat. And you already got all that goodness out of the bone already. Ugh. Who would have thunk? Some good old neck bones, baby. Neck bones. Now, some of this does have some soft cartilage, so if you like cartilage that's soft, you can add that in there. That's all up to you. Let's see. This is okay. Bone. cartilage. Got a pocket of meat out of that one. Oh yeah. But this one has a real, like a real tough, fatty, but they got a lot of meat connected to it, so you just have to go through here and pull the meat off. I'll show you. See, that was all fat, but it was thick, and it had all the meat. You may have seen it. Here, P. I'll give that piece to P because it's soft. Like butter, baby, like butter. Yeah, and then you kind of see them neck bones, Because there are sharp little pieces in this, I'm not going to give too much to the dogs. Like I said, I'm throwing most of this away because I don't want them to get choked. And then like there's this piece, and then this bottom piece is like neck bone piece, and so but just look at all that meat. Flaking off, baby. All that meat. Meaty goodness. Meaty. Oh yeah. Another cartilagey piece we'll give to P. I got my main girl over here in the kitchen with me. Precious, she likes to cook. She likes to get her little snackies. Oh yeah, and there's meat in between. You see, like in between, there's little pieces of meat. So it depends on how much you want to work at it. But it really didn't take that long, surprisingly. And like I said, we're getting flavor, so the flavor from it, the flavor is going to be tremendous. I really promise y'all. Take the time, try this recipe at least once. Plus, you can always, if you want more pork meat in there, you can always do chunks of like pork butt or pork shoulder, picnic pork roast. So we got this big one boy left, so we're gonna break this apart. But shit, for like I said, probably about $4 is what I paid for this, and that's quite a bit of meat to make some spaghetti on, baby. Some finger licking good spaghetti. But hopefully you enjoyed this recipe more than my other recipe videos, because I'm taking you through the whole process. And this is just, like I said, the next step. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do to twist it a little bit. Plus we got to add some extra sauce. But yeah, there's just chunks of meat. Look at that. All that is just meat. Believe it, all that is just meat. Yep. All that is meat, baby. Yep. Pork bone. Yeah, I told my mom about this recipe. She's like, what? She never heard of no. So yeah, Mom, they've been doing it since in Italy for a long time. Long time. I'm sure people have been doing it here too. And then again, who knows? I may be letting out a big secret to make some good spaghetti. Be like, oh, that's how my mama makes her spaghetti. Who knows? Who knows? We just speculating at this point. But yeah, I think we pretty much got what we're gonna get out of that. So we good. I'm gonna wash my hands. Take me a minute to get this grease off. Oh yeah. Alrighty, y'all. Let me mop it down a minute. Move this over. Clean up. Pull this pan up a little bit. Let's see. Put that down. Yeah, I can see a little better. Yeah, I got this professional tripod, and it's not too big, but it's not real small. Like you see some that you get at Walmart, and you're like, that ain't no tripod. I almost need one of these because these cabinets are so low in this house because they built a subwall, and these counters are built in this house are built in the 70s, and the counters are so far back that it's hard to even get a tripod. Alright. So, now, don't look at me too crazy. Because we're going to add something. And I said this when I did the Dorito casserole, and they were like, oh yeah, this may be a little crazy. And I also had it in the, I did another casserole that was like a Mexican nacho enchilada something. Anyways, it's on my channel. On one of my channels. So, we're doing another can of that spaghetti sauce. That's going to help thicken it. You know, we're not adding any water. And we're doing a can of cream of mushroom. Yes, cream of mushroom. Because I want that mushroom flavor. We're trying to thicken the sauce without having to add too much stuff in it. And, like I said, we're not adding any more water. We're at the last stages. We just need this to heat up, cook down a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and drain these olives. Because I do love some olives in mine. I'm going to put the olives in there. Yes, y'all. Olives are so good. Need another sample. Things are looking good, honey. Oh, yeah. Alright, so we're going to turn this back on. And we're going to bring this up to heat. We're going to go ahead and stir this up with a spoon. Now, I've tasted this sauce already. I know what it tastes like. When this heats up, we're going to taste it again. And then I will adjust from there if I need to. And if I don't, I will not. So we're just going to incorporate that cream of mushroom. The rest of the sauce. Yep. Trying to get all the way around. But it looks so good. And we'll see what it's going to taste like when it heats up. Perfect. Awesome. I was going to add some more onion. You can if you want to. I think we're good. So, and then all I'm going to do is set another pot for water. And we'll be back. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to plate this. Like I said, we're not skipping a step. We're going all the way to the end. So I got some beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous hot pasta that we're just going to mound up on the center. You want to really be fancy? How I kind of get my plates to look. I like twist an extra little mound on top. Give it a little fancy touch. Little fancy smancy touch. Alright, so we got our sauce. I got it on low. I'm going to go ahead and slide it around on this side. You can kind of see the pot sliding. Alrighty. That up there. And I'm going to get a beautiful ladle. We're going to wash it. Mainly rinse it. Try to be clean around here, y'all. Extra clean. Oh yeah, that's good. Some of this beautiful ragu, pork neck, porkalicious pasta. Yes, honey. Let's pile that bad boy up. I kind of do something like that. About as fancy as I get. You see that big nugget of meat I just stuck up there? Oh yes, y'all. They're gonna be mighty fine eating. And then we're gonna top it off. And if you really want to impress somebody, you could do the sorry y'all, I bumped y'all. But yeah, I bumped y'all again. You're my bad. Okay. But y'all get the gist. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. I enjoyed doing it with you. And yep, we're doing cheddar cheese today. So anyways, that's Mom's plate. And yeah, that's it's Cooking with Vern Bang. And stay tuned for more episodes, baby. We're gonna do something yummy, 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 and we're gonna do the whole recipe all the way to the end, step by step. We may even get more detailed in it. So, hope you enjoyed it. Peace, stay true, and we'll see you on the next